What up guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be reacting to Meloni blast France's exploitation of African countries on live television. Let's get into it.
Crisis.
Questo è un bambino che lavora in una miniera d'oro in Burkina Faso. Il Burkina Faso è una delle nazioni più povere del mondo. Per il Burkina Faso, che ha l'oro, la Francia stampa moneta coloniale. In cambio pretende che finiscano nelle casse del tesoro francese il 50% di tutto quello che il Burkina Faso esporta. L'oro che questo bambino si infila in un cunicolo per tirare fuori finisce per lo più nelle casse dello Stato francese. Allora la soluzione non è prendere gli africani e spostarli in Europa, la soluzione è liberare l'Africa da certi europei che la sfruttano e consentire a queste persone di vivere di quello che hanno.
Sweet
You know, I love this lady. Like, I love her passion. I love what she speaks about and what she stands for. Being African myself and being an immigrant, having left Africa in search of greener pastures, I agree with what she says. You know, one of the challenges we've had with Europe ever since post-colonization has been Africa's need and desire to stand by her own and to be able to take care of ourselves. But the thing is, we've grown up with these systems in place and structures in place that hamper that opportunity for Africa to grow and become better because colonial powers cannot sustain them. So there's a reason why they colonized these African countries in the first place. They didn't have the natural resources that African states have. They didn't have, you know, all those things prior. So in order for them to just let go, it's impossible, right? It's unfair to have a country such as Burkina Faso and you're taking 50% of what they make because of some structure or some help that they need, right? And you keep them. It's like they have the foot on your neck. And it's like, yeah, we'll release a little bit so that you can breathe, but you have to give us everything you have. And I was watching a video on economics and they're like, you don't want to be a country with raw minerals because you face the challenge of exploitation. You face the challenge of being exploited by those with the means, those with the capital. They get to do whatever they want with you because, you know, you cannot process that because you don't have the capital to create processing facilities. And that's what nations such as France, England have done. I come from Zimbabwe, right? And we've had issues with England because they took away a lot of our natural resources and we didn't really reap the benefits of that and be in a position to whereby we can build our nation and grow. And I like this lady when she's like, it's time to free Africa from Europe because once we do that, it can stand on its own. But the challenge that you have is a lot of these European countries cannot stand without Africa because they don't have the resources to be able to. And when you have people like Trump coming into power, people like Vladimir Putin, these people, the only place they have is to bully places like Africa. But if you have Africa standing on its own and everybody standing on its own, it poses a threat and a challenge to a lot of European powers because they don't really have the power that they stand by. I'm very disappointed in France, man. Like, come on. Burkina Faso do better. You know, French people do better. I like this prime minister. I think if she keeps speaking out, it helps a lot. It helps a lot of people. The issue is not immigration. The issue is how do we help Africa become better? And these conversations, I do believe, are needed. You know, once we start speaking about this, we can bring about the progress and change that we need so that people don't die in seas trying to go search for better, you know, for greener pastures, so that people can stay at home and build home and make home better, you know. And I think that now that there's a voice like that, the world will finally listen because Africans have been saying this a lot and nobody has been listening because either we have funny accents or whatever reason people judge us. We've been saying these things over the years that, listen, we're trying, but the systems that are in place make it almost impossible for us to build and make a better world for ourselves that is out of poverty. We're just trying to survive, man. We want to get to a place where we can build and thrive and actually be able to, you know, be friends and not live off of what you guys have, but build for our own. But what we need is somebody to step in and check Europe because these people are a problem and a menace, man. With that said, what do you think of Italy's new Prime Minister Meloni? What did you think of her speech? Do you think that she's just waffling, or do you think there is room for conversation that needs to be had when countries like France are seriously exploiting poor nations that need help rather than being exploited in 2022, almost 23? I'll see you guys in the next one.